Hello, all you beautiful moto people. We are here at a place very special to me. It's a place called Sycamore Creek / Sugarloaf Mountain. Sugarloaf Mountain you can see over there in the distance. I used to come riding here all the time when I was a kid. Early teenage years till I left and joined the Marine Corps and never came back. So we are gonna ride, there's a big loop that goes around the backside going south-southwest. We'll cross the little creek, come back around on the northwestern side, and then head up north into the creek where it's probably not running right now just because there's zero moisture. not much rain going on. So we're gonna do that. The format for today's video is going to be probably just a big long moto vlog. I know nobody does that anymore. It's not the cool thing. Nonetheless, it's what I'm going to do. I'm also going to make sure that I always film with the sun right behind me so you can't really see my face. You don't want to see that anyway. So we're going to do that. And my father, the reason this is kind of special is because my dad actually passed away April 1st this year. And him and I used to come here all the time. So it's really quite a special place. He's the one that got me into motorcycling. My earliest memories are actually of holding on to the gas cap of whatever motorcycle he had when he was young. Man, when I was like 3 years old, 4 years old, holding on for dear life. Ever since I've loved riding motorcycles. So without further ado, let's get rolling, shall we? All right. Just ate a swallow to fly. I guess I'll die. All righty. So it's about an hour later after I said let's go. Little drone. Drone takes a long time, my friends. I know it might not seem like it, but it sure does. All right. Check. All righty. So leave the family truckster. And head on out. All right, so this is new. Bobcat staging area, Tonto National Forest. So if you want to come here, this is where I'm at. So beautiful. I love this area so much. So this is, I believe this is considered Sonoran Desert. So that's you're gonna have a lot of these saguaros and trees and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, be careful out here, folks. You can die. When I had the little 1985-86 Suzuki SP125, I would ride actually from my house all the way out in Chandler, about 20 plus miles away, over here. Sometimes the engine would overheat and just stop. It would just literally turn off, and I'd have to cruise to the side of the road. One time, as I was coming home from here, my family was here, my little engine just turned off. And interesting. Ooh, maybe that's it. Okay, we're gonna check that one out. Yeah, so it turned off, and as I was going off to the side of the road, I got in some gravel and the bike just went out from underneath me. That was pretty horrifying, to be real. So I crashed, and my knee was caught up underneath the bike, and I don't think I had knee guards on at that point in time, but I had some really sweet Levi's, as we did in the 80s. And it chewed a big hole in the top of my kneecap. You could see the bone. It was gross. Well, that wasn't it. It's okay. We're just exploring, right? Yeah, something like that. doing, Shannon? I know. Okay, we are gonna get on that Jeep trail. Kind of hope it goes where I want it to go. We'll see. So yeah, this area has been used for so long. That's why all the berms and stuff. Here's the river. Alright, we're gonna check this guy out. This seems like a pretty good sized little road. I like trails where I can see that there is not a side-by-side coming. I think that's pretty reasonable. Okay, well that a little diversion there. It's okay. Whoop. So, if you recall, I was talking about getting back into desert racing. Turns out that it seems like I need to actually be in the amateur class because they have to approve of you being in the expert class. So, this is so pretty. This looks like parts of Baja. And so sand washes like that, interesting. Sand washes like that are why, I don't know, I've never minded, I've never had a real hard time with sand before in a race or at the dunes or wherever. Because a lot of times the way we would ride when I was a kid, I would just pick a sand wash and follow it till the end, wherever that was. It was fun. Very much enjoyed my youth here in Arizona. Definitely got to love riding. That's where I developed that. Hand guards come in handy around here. So if you're wondering, this is trail number 1851 if you look at a map. I'm sure there's all kinds of information online. Jesus. Wow, this is really ugly. Water has not flowed through here for a very long time. Oh my gosh, look at this trash, guys. That sucks. Pick up your trash, you lazy people. I am definitely not on the trail that I want to be on because it is on the other side of this. I do believe so. Look at that, man. It's so crazy looking. I know it looks completely flat on the camera, but it's not. I'm not here to hill climb, peeps. We're here to explore. Okay. So we're gonna go more towards that way. A little bit more technical riding. Jeez, at least it was 1998. Maybe I'm just remembering it wrong. I don't know. Yeah, the last time I was here, the last time I was on this, I think this is it, this trail, I was riding a CR 500 that I used for desert racing, if you can believe that. Yeah, it was a 1992 CR 500 with a giant desert tank on it. It probably got like 2 or 3 miles to the gallon, if that. It was just so powerful, man. So powerful. So yeah, we're going north now. I don't have any idea what this little trail is numbered or called, but it's just across the little creek or river itself. And yeah, we're gonna head north and see what there is to see. I'm trying to stay low, I'm trying to not get up in the hills too much. Not sure that's possible. We'll see. Like I'm saying, everything has changed drastically since I was here last. So my idea, because I'm riding alone, is to kind of ride where there could be side-by-sides. As much as I complain about them, if I got hurt or broke down or something like that, I might be needing their help. So understand, I'm just whining, as I often do. In the past, there was almost always water up here. Let's see if there is now. Sorry. Beep. Got it. Well, if you like sand and rocks, I highly recommend. So many rocks. Rocks of all sizes and shapes and painful impacts. Whew. This is tiring, my friends. Definitely not ready for desert racing yet. And that, my friends, is why I have these elbow guards. Jeez. So interestingly, well, that was fun. I worked ski patrol part-time up at a place called Bryan Head Resort in Utah. I don't even know what I hit. Anyway, work up at Bryan Head and do ski patrol, and it's kind of an EMT type thing. Oh shit. Oh, I'm tired. And so one time I volunteered to help with medical services at a race called the Rhino Rally there near St. George. And one of the main nastiest injuries I saw was a lot of forearm and elbow injuries from crashes just like that. Yeah. Oh shit. Well, that's not good. Although it did its job, protecting my front brake. Okay, let's go ahead and readjust Mr. Sycamore here. Did its job, didn't it? Jeez. There we go. I do like to have my hand guards and controls just slightly movable, just for such crashes. So we're going to go up that way a bit. I think we're about to come to the end of this section, so it becomes unnavigable after a bit. Okay, that was fun. All right, let's get rolling. Got to be on it. Ooh, hey, there's moisture there. Ooh, I remember this actually. Wow. So you have your choice between lots of rocks. Hey, there's water! Yahoo! That was my goal, is to get to a point where there was water still. All right, Sycamore Creek, you did not disappoint. So cool. Yeah, and being an Arizona boy, water just absolutely fascinates me. 100% fascinating to me. Oh, it's so beautiful, my friends. So beautiful, so beautiful. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Well, this is worth it right here, honestly. Yeah, and on the Yamaha BWs, this is really, really cool. Oh, yeah, this is it. The Jeeps have stopped here. So fun. Yeah, this is it. This is where I always turn around. Love it so much. Oh, Jeep boy, give me the side eye. Luckily, I don't care. Let's do it. All right. You don't own this. Whew. That engine's running hot, my friends. Very hot. So interestingly, you can see this is still mud. So water's running up all over the way here. Not terribly long ago. You can see the stain on that rock where water levels often are. So yeah, it can actually flow really well. How fun. Now we are going to put the drone up and probably piss off those Jeep people really bad. I'm going to try to not just fly right over them. Alright, well, like I said, it gets kind of crowded around here sometimes. If this is a weekend day, there'd be people all over. So. All right. So now we're going to go back southwestward and try to link up with the trail that I tried to, that's to our south, that loop it back around. I'm just going to try to find that trail and then start heading back towards the truck, and should be a good time. Let's go. A little bit of water, a couple bananas. Should be great, right? There we go. Okay. So I like to have one headphone in, just in case I get a call from one of my daughters, or I also like to listen to a little bit of music, but I don't put anything in that ear so that I can hear my engine, hear other people's engines, you know, hear a Jeep or a side-by-side coming, hopefully. Plus, I love to have that disco beat, you know. Who doesn't? Yeah, my engine got really, really hot in all this sand. It didn't like it very much. Yeah, that kind of dual sport rear tire I got on there works great on the road, works great on dirt roads, mellow dirt roads. But in this sand, not so great. But I've had worse, and I've had better. You know what I mean? Let's go. Yep. I do like to run the lights on. I don't know that it helps at all to keep from getting hit, but I figure it couldn't hurt, right? All right, let's roll. So water to me, as a dirt bike rider in Arizona, from Arizona, water to me is the dirt bike equivalent of wonderful fresh powder when I'm skiing. So hopefully that puts it into perspective for you. All right, well, less talking, more riding. Let's go. That's that rear tire I'm talking about. It is very, very dual sporty. It's really great though on the road and not squirrely at all. And then dirt roads, it works really well. I love it, love it, love it, my friends. Whoa. Still trying not to get my boots wet. I don't love it that much. Okay, they got a little wet on that. So that's kind of where it ends. Oh, so great. So great, so great. This is where the water, you can see it flowing, 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 flowing. Then it goes underground right there. Pretty cool, huh? Sycamore Creek. So if you're wondering, this is trail number 1849. Pretty cool. That's how you get to that. All right, so one of my goals, just in case you care, probably don't, I wouldn't. One of my goals is to, right now I'm at 28% body fat, which according to the powers that be is actually obese. I don't feel obese. I go to the gym literally for 2 months. I went literally every single day, 7 days a week, and ate really well. Now I'm eating even better and not going to the gym quite as often. Like, I'm not going today, that'd be silly. I didn't go yesterday because I was driving all day. So, but yeah, I'm trying to get down to 15% body fat. And as a 56-year-old man, I actually have abs. The goal is to have something, abs showing, not fully, but a little bit, by my birthday in May. So, I'm gonna try to do that. That is the goal. That is the goal. We'll see how that works out, eh? So in a race, I would go slightly faster, but not much. In my theory, I rarely ever win races. I've won a couple over the years. I typically do better in the sprint type races as opposed to desert. I generally ride really conservatively. I try to. And that doesn't necessarily win races, but what it does do is finish races. My theory is that you can't win if your bike is broken or you're broken somewhere out in the desert. Man, I used to love coming here with my dad. Huh. I don't know this area. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Alright, now we're going to go down 1854. Follow 1854. I have no idea where we're going. Huh. Yeah, I feel like the other parking lot that I'm at is north of here, so basically, whoa, there's a big rock. That's where we're headed. So one time, desert racing in the Parker 400, Parker 100, whatever. Raced out in Parker, going through a sand wash and that CR 500 I was telling you about. Fourth gear, pinned. God knows how fast that is, but fast. And I hit a buried rock, and it bottomed, not exaggerating, it literally bottomed front and rear suspension at the exact same time. I was going that fast. I was really scared. I gotta be honest, that was pretty horrifying. Oh, side by side, you leave these weird bumps. It's the way the tires work. Sorry I'm not talking. I'm really kind of focused at the moment. The sand is deep, as are the ruts. You have to maintain that happy speed where you're able to still roll. Wow, this is some serious. Woo! That's where I'm telling myself not to stare at the rock. Don't stare at the rock. So I stare at the rock. That's some work, man. This is a workout, boys and girls. So tonight, ouch, got a fun first date. I will not say her name to protect the innocent, but got a first date. We're gonna go get a smoothie and then go to a place called Golfland, which was like the place to go when I was a teenager. Saying you have to maintain a certain speed, otherwise it becomes like extremely tiring because you're just fighting the machine. It's so hard. Yeah, this is where I'm kind of hoping I'm actually going the right direction. Also, one of the things I'm doing right now is testing out seeing how much fuel I burn for racing, so I know whether I need to stop and fuel up or not, based on hours spent riding. So that rock hit my foot peg. These are funny. I like that a lot more than the sand. That's where momentum helps. Oh, that's some effort, my friends. Okay. All right. Oh, there's a truck right over there. Well, we're about to see where it comes out. I can see my truck down there. So this is where I used to train for desert racing. Hence the CR 500 out here. Oh my. Land of a million baby heads. Yeah, there's been a little understandable erosion since I used to ride here. Like everything else though, this road has gotten pretty beat up over the years. All right, interesting. Yeah, we're definitely reaching the outer limits of my my dual sport Moto Z tire I don't remember which one it's called. But, you know, it is what it is. This is a road, so it should be fine, right? That looks fun. Okay, we gotcha. I know that didn't look steep at all on the YouTubes, but trust me, it was. Remember that being, well, that's not creepy at all. I don't remember that being anywhere near that steep when I was younger on my CR500. So let's see. Yeah, it's a pretty good little hill right there. Interesting. I swear to you, I don't think that's how that hill was back then. It's okay. Yeah, there's that mannequin. Yeah, nothing at all creepy about that. Okay, well now we know where the entrance to that is. That's it right there. Much steeper than I remembered. I don't know, maybe I'm just much older than I was. In fact, I know I was. Yeah. There's desert racing speeds. Gonna do that desert race season and do the whole series. Gonna be in the amateur class, which is essentially the it's like the intermediate class, and it's definitely the craziest. That's where all the injuries came from when I was working the race a little while back. And yeah, I would have had an injury on my forearm, but as you can see, there's not even a bruise, and that would have really hurt when I crashed in those rocks. Otherwise, I would have some pretty good scrapes, probably. Anyhow, I appreciate you guys and gals coming along on this adventure to Sycamore Creek. Now, I appreciate you coming along. If you wouldn't mind, if this is sort of thing you like for some reason, because you have great taste, please like the video and subscribe and do those things. We're 7 people away, 7 subscriptions away from having 1,000. That would be rad to go across that. It'd be great to go over 1,000 subscribers. Whatever. Anyhow, that'd be awesome. I hope you guys are having a great Christmas time, and that's all I got. We'll talk to you later. Bye.